Good morning. Today we are continuing working with those angles and triangles, and we're throwing in quadrilaterals. We are doing PO55. Yes, it's Mr. Schultz who does this math program. Yes, Mr. Schultz thinks he's a funny man, so he never says the boring old 55. He likes to make it fun. So when we say the subjective, we have to say it in the Mr. Schultz tone, and we have to call it 55. And we have to say it fun like that, because that's what we're all about. Math can be fun. So we have to call it PO55. So PO55 is I can solve an unknown angle in a triangle or a quadrilateral. A quadrilateral, how many sides do you think it has? Four. Because triangle, tri means three. Quad means four. So a triangle has three angles, three sides. Quadrilateral, we talked yesterday that lateral meant side. So quad means four. Quadrilateral has four sides. So every triangle, no matter its size, the angles add up to be what, everyone? 180 degrees. So every quadrilateral, no matter its size, will have angles that equal what? Why would it be 360 degrees? If we think about a quadrilateral, no matter its size, no matter how it's shaped, quadrilateral has those four sides. Let's just do these two. Look at what happens when I cut it in half. What do I break that quadrilateral into? Madeline? How many? Two triangles. When I break my quadrilateral in half, I get two triangles. Even if I have a shape like that, I break it in half, it breaks into two triangles. Each triangle is 180 degrees. 180 plus 180 is 360. No matter what quadrilateral shape we have, we break it in half, we get two triangles. We know triangles angles always equal 180. So quadrilaterals angles always equal 360 degrees. Layla. So you can draw a line like this and get two squares, right? But I'm showing you how any shape, any quadrilateral, you can break it into two triangles. So sure, you could break it up in different ways. I'm showing you why it works. Because two triangles will make a quadrilateral. Nope. Any quadrilateral shape, I showed you like 5 already. Any quadrilateral shape, you can break into two triangles. That is why every single quadrilateral equals 360 degrees. Just like a triangle is 180 degrees, always. Quadrilaterals are always 360 degrees, because two triangles make up a quadrilateral. Always. Why is this important? Because if you know how many degrees are supposed to be in a shape, you can easily set up an equation to solve for an unknown angle. Let's take a look at these two. So I'm going to erase and scroll up. It says write an equation to solve for the missing angle. How do you think I would write that? Using a variable for our missing angle. What equation do you think I would write? Layla? Make an equation equals Layla, equals what? X. So you could say 180 minus 70 minus 60 equals X. You could say it in reverse. You could say X plus 60 plus 70 equals 180, right? All three sides added together will equal 180 degrees. So that means I take that 180, I subtract out opposite operations, I subtract out the 60 and the 70, and I'm left with my X. So what would that angle measurement be for this triangle? Do you have a question, Marina, or the answer? What's the answer? If I do 180 minus 60 minus 70, I'm left with 50 degrees. My way of double checking this, add all three of them up. Does it equal 180 degrees? 50 plus 60 is 110. 110 plus 70 is 180. I did my math correct. Ava.
For the second one, are you trying to add a 180 or 360?
What shape is that? How many sides does it have?
4.
So what shape is it if it has 4 sides?
360.
It's a quadrilateral. Quadrilaterals always equal 360 degrees. So it's very important that you make note, 3 sides is a triangle, we have 180 degrees. 4 sides is a quadrilateral, it is 360 degrees. So what equation could I write? Melanie.
360 minus 45 minus 75 minus 85.
And we're going to say X is our unknown angle. So what is 360 minus 120 minus 75 minus 85? Down. I did not get 100. 360 minus 120 would be 240. 240 minus 75 would be what? 180, maybe? Oh, 80 altogether. I said minus 75. You subtracted the 85 also. If we subtract all of those, we don't get 100. If we had put 100 for that, my way of knowing that it wouldn't be right is if I add all 4 of them up. Remember I said that's your way of checking. 100 plus 120 is 220. 220 plus 85 would be 305. 305 plus 75 gives me 380. So we have to remember 360 is that magic number. So that's how I know 100. Oops, I went to 380 instead of 360. What is it if I subtract it from 360, Sawyer? We were just saying it. 80. X equals 80 degrees. So we have to make sure we are doing that 360. Your way of checking that you did it correct is add them all up, making sure that we know triangles are 180, quadrilaterals are 360. Magic numbers. That will be going on your help sheet. Triangles equal 180 degrees, quadrilaterals equal 360 degrees. So in each figure below, we're going to solve for our unknown angle. And it says, oh, surprise, surprise, show your work. So when we are doing this, we are not just putting all of our numbers into our calculator and writing an answer. We are writing what we're putting into our calculator. So what is my equation for the triangle? Zelda.
Please go that way. It's So I did x plus 40 plus 35 equals 180. And then I did the other way around.
And we could just say x equals what? So what did we get when we do that equation?
We get 105.
Oops. So I want to see your equation. What are you putting into your calculator? Write down the equation and then write what x equals. This was a triangle. There are 3 sides, 3 angles. So it's 180 degrees. Look at this goofy shape. If I cut it in half, I've got my 2 triangles. So I know it's a quadrilateral. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So what's my magic number, Layla? 360. So what equation am I going to use to find my missing angle? Go ahead, Layla. What did you find x to equal? Do not forget to put your degree symbol for your answer. Put your degree symbol. These are degrees, not side lengths. So you're writing the equation, subtracting out the 180 or adding them together to equal 180 if it's a triangle, 360 if it's the quadrilateral. Will I give you credit if you just put the answer? No. The directions say show your work. You need to show your work. You're going to do the last 2. If we look at this bottom one, do I know 2 of the angles? It only says 73 degrees. How am I supposed to solve this? It only gave me 1 angle. Anime?
It's a right angle, so it's 90 degrees.
We know this box means it's a right angle, so we know that it's 90 degrees. So we do have 2 degree measurements. Let's look at our second page. Same directions. Oh my goodness. I don't see any angles on that first one. How in the world am I supposed to solve this? There are no angles listed at all. How can I solve for the unknown angles? Lauren? How do you know that they all have the same length? These lines mean that they are congruent. They are the same. If all 3 sides are the same, we know all 3 angles are the same. And if all 3 angles are the same, we know it has to be a specific measurement that equals 60 degrees. You are not saying it out loud, you're writing it on your paper. Our next one, I only have 2 angles listed. How do I solve that? It's a quadrilateral. I have 4 angles and only 2 are listed. How in the world do I solve that one? Layla? Okay, that'll give me 1 angle, but I have 2 missing angles. Ava?
You can do 360 minus 200, and then whatever the answer is, like divide it by 2.
Why would I divide it by 2, Ava?
So that you have like half for both sides.
Because look at this mark and this mark. They are congruent. So Ava's absolutely correct. They are congruent angles. So I can divide the leftovers by half and it'll be the same measurement for both of those angles. The bottom 2, we have to use what we know about supplementary angles to find the inside angle. I look here, I see a line. I see my supplementary angles. I know one side. Can I figure out my missing angle? Yeah. Because supplementary angles we know equal 180 degrees. I can find my missing angle. Over here, same thing, supplementary, supplementary. Find those inside angles and use that to find your missing angle. Then on the bottom, we have more review. Remember I said that test is coming up next week. Really think about those reviews. Make sure you understand them so you are ready for the test. Lots of new vocabulary words thrown at us. Look back at old objectives to help you remember what each of those vocab words mean. So we put this review in here for a reason, so it's not all brand new next week. We've been reviewing it every day. We remember what these vocab words mean. You are going to work on this, and I'm in a little bit, about maybe 15 minutes, I'll give you work time, and then I'm going to go through our packet video. We're going to make that packet because the packet is due next week, Thursday, on the 21st. So when you're finished with the homework, you're working on your packet. Don't turn your packet in until I've made the video so you can see if you were doing your pages correctly. If you are watching this at home, I hope you are well, and I hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful day.